Welcome to the world of simple machines. Have you ever tried to lift something really heavy, like super heavy? It can be tough. Your muscles might strain and you might think, there has to be an easier way. Well, guess what? There is. For thousands of years, humans have used amazing tools to make hard work easier. We call these tools simple machines. They are simple, but they are incredibly powerful. They are all around us, helping us do things every single day. From opening a can of soda to riding your bike, simple machines are the secret superheroes of our world. And today, we're going to explore some of the coolest ones together. Consider this. Science is everywhere. Simple machines are basic tools that change the direction or size of a force. That sounds a bit complicated, but it's not, I promise. Think of it this way. A simple machine helps you get a job done with less effort. It's like having a superpower that makes you stronger. You don't need giant muscles or a robot suit. All you need is a little bit of science and one of these amazing inventions. There are 6 main types of simple machines, but today we're going to focus on 3 of my favorites: the lever, the pulley, and the wheel and axle. Get ready, because we are about to see how these simple ideas change the world in big ways. So why are these little gadgets so important? Imagine trying to build a house without them. How would you lift heavy wooden beams? How would you move giant stones? It would be almost impossible. Simple machines let us do incredible things that our own bodies can't do alone. They help us build skyscrapers, move mountains of dirt, and even just get our toys out of a high tree. They are the building blocks of more complex machines like cars and cranes. By understanding these simple tools, you understand a fundamental part of physics and engineering. It's science in action, and it's awesome. Before we dive in, I want you to look around. Right now, wherever you are, I bet you can spot a simple machine. See that door? The handle is a type of lever. See the blinds on the window? They probably use a pulley to go up and down. These machines are so common that we often don't even notice them. But once you know what to look for, you'll start seeing them everywhere. It's like putting on a pair of special science glasses that let you see the hidden mechanics of the world. So let's put on our science glasses and get ready to explore. First up, the lever. What is a lever? It's one of the simplest machines of all. A lever is just a stiff bar that rests on a support called a fulcrum. By pushing down on one end of the bar, you can lift a heavy object on the other end. Think about it. You're pushing down, but the object is going up. The lever changes the direction of your force. The real magic happens depending on where you place the fulcrum. By moving the fulcrum closer to the object you want to lift, you can lift very heavy things with just a little bit of effort. It's a fantastic way to multiply your strength using science. Let's think of a real-life example. Have you ever played on a seesaw at the playground? A seesaw is a perfect example of a lever. The seesaw is the stiff bar, and the triangle thing in the middle that it balances on is the fulcrum. When you and a friend sit on either end, you take turns pushing off the ground to lift each other up. If your friend is heavier than you, you can still lift them. You just need to adjust where you sit. By moving closer to the fulcrum, a smaller person can lift a bigger person. It's not magic, it's physics. It's a lever in action, making playtime possible. Levers are not just for playgrounds though, they are everywhere in your daily life. A pair of scissors is actually 2 levers joined together at a fulcrum. When you squeeze the handles, the sharp blades cut through paper with incredible force. A bottle opener is another great example. You hook one end under the cap and use the handle to pry it off. The small amount of effort you put into lifting the handle creates a much larger force to pop the cap. Even a simple light switch on the wall is a lever. You push one side and it pivots to turn the light on or off. See? Levers are everywhere, making life easier. So the next time you use a hammer to pull out a nail, remember you're using a lever. The claw of the hammer is the short end, the handle is the long end, and the head of the hammer resting on the wood is the fulcrum. You pull on the long handle, and the claw multiplies that force to pull the stubborn nail right out. Levers give us the power to move and change things in our world. They are a fundamental tool that proves a little bit of science can give you a whole lot of strength. It's an elegantly simple solution to a very common problem, lifting heavy stuff. Now let's talk about another incredible simple machine, the pulley. What in the world is a pulley? Imagine a wheel with a groove around its edge, with a rope or a cable sitting in that groove. That's a pulley. By itself, a single pulley can do something very cool. It can change the direction of a force. If you want to lift a heavy bucket up to a treehouse, it can be awkward to pull it straight up. But if you attach a pulley to a branch above and run a rope through it, you can stand on the ground and pull down on the rope to make the bucket go up. Pulling down is often much easier and safer than pulling up. A great example of a single pulley is the one on top of a flagpole. Have you ever watched someone raise a flag? They aren't climbing the pole. They stand at the bottom and pull down on one side of a long rope called a halyard. The rope goes all the way up to a pulley at the top of the pole and comes back down. As they pull the rope down, the flag, which is attached to the other side of the rope, goes sailing up to the top. It's a simple, elegant way to get the flag way up high without ever leaving the ground. That's the power of changing the direction of force. But what if you want to lift something really, really heavy? That's when you can use more than one pulley. When you combine pulleys into a system, you create something called a block and tackle. This doesn't just change the direction of the force. It actually reduces the amount of force you need to use. Each extra pulley you add to the system shares the load, making the object feel lighter. With enough pulleys, one person can lift something incredibly heavy, like an engine out of a car, or a boat out of the water. It's like having several invisible friends helping you pull. You can find pulleys in lots of places if you look closely. Window blinds often use a system of small pulleys and cords to help you lift them up and down with ease. Elevators use very strong cables and powerful pulley systems to lift the elevator car between floors. Even some exercise machines at the gym use pulleys and cables to let you lift weights safely. Pulleys are the masters of lifting. They can change the direction of your pull or even multiply your strength, making big jobs feel small. It's all about using science to pull your own weight, and then some. Last but not least, let's get rolling with the wheel and axle. This simple machine is one of the most important inventions in all of human history. It totally changed how people travel and move things. A wheel and axle is exactly what it sounds like. A round wheel attached to a smaller rod called an axle that goes through its center. When the axle turns, the wheel turns, and when the wheel turns, the axle turns. The key is that they turn together. This simple combination helps us overcome a powerful force that is always trying to slow things down: friction. Rolling is way easier than dragging. Think about your bicycle. It's a fantastic example of the wheel and axle in action. Your bike has two of them, one in the front and one in the back. The wheels are the big round parts, and the axles are the small rods they spin around. When you pedal, you make the back wheel turn, and it rolls along the ground with very little friction. Imagine trying to ride your bike if it had square wheels or just skids. You wouldn't get very far. The wheel and axle allows you to travel long distances with much less effort than walking or running. It's a revolution in motion. Wheels and axles are not just for moving from place to place. They are all around us in other forms too. Have you ever used a doorknob? A doorknob is a wheel and axle. The knob you grab is the wheel, and the small shaft inside that it turns is the axle. It's much easier to turn the large knob than it would be to try and turn the tiny little axle with your fingers. The large wheel gives you leverage to turn the small axle. The same principle applies to the steering wheel in a car. The driver turns the large wheel, which makes it easy to turn the axle connected to the car's front tires. From cars and skateboards to office chairs and pizza cutters, the wheel and axle is an unsung hero of our modern world. Even the gears inside a clock or a windmill are variations of this amazing simple machine. They help us move things, turn things, and make work easier in countless ways. So the next time you see a car rolling down the street or you open a door, take a moment to appreciate the brilliant simplicity of the wheel and axle. It's a reminder that sometimes the most revolutionary ideas are the round ones. Thank you for exploring with me. Now go out there and observe the world. Science is all around you.